fluid offensive team. But they take on a very good Portland State team here tonight. That was picked number 2 in the preseason bowl of the Big Sky. And there's the opening toss and attack. Tipped around, and Elijah Malone will come up with it for the Buffaloes. The Buffs wearing the silver uniforms with a black trim. Also the Vikings with the whites trimmed in green, and right off the top, maybe the wind's affecting the
shot clock and the game clock didn't start.
Because nothing started. So now they seem to have that fixed. So, yeah, there's a lot going on for folks watching around the country. Extremely high winds. It's affecting a lot of things. They're in power shutoffs, they're in power surges, and all sorts of things. For safety reasons, obviously. Again, not the fans here tonight. So if you do hear a little bit of cheering in the background, or you see a few fans sparsely spread throughout the stadium, those are family members of the players. For
the only ones that got the tickets in tonight.
Go ahead and take a look at the Colorado Buffaloes starting lineups. We've seen this starting 5, Scott, all season long. This group has really become kind of the, shall we say, the cornerstone for Colorado. Yeah, and a guy that gets kind of unheralded there, Felix Caceres, who is kind of the most unselfish guy on the team, in my opinion. So you get Ronchik, Dak, along with Caceres, Hargress, and Elijah Malone, who's dinged up a little bit with his shoulder. You can see, in fact, number 50 wearing a brace on that right shoulder, getting dinged up in practice. And so now the few fans in attendance are making some noise, trying to cheer on the technical aspect of what we got going on here with the issues with the clock. It's the shot clock was not working now. Yeah. Here we got the starting 5 now for Portland State. They come in at 6-3. And guys to watch in this ball game are Jalen Henderson, 17 points per ball game. And I think one of the more unique players that we've seen all season long here early in the campaign, Scott, is number 23, Terry Miller. He's 6'8", 250 pounds. He's a transfer from Louisiana Tech, Fresno, California. Big-bodied guy who really is a great passer as well. Yeah, averaged 17 points and a half a game and 7 rebounds a game and 4 assists, which you usually don't get from a big man. And I talked to Coach Rohn about him before the game. He's not a guy that plays above the rim. He does a lot of shot fakes, uses his body inside, and he's a tough guy to guard. Barrington Hargress, the point guard for the Colorado Buffaloes. We talked about the way this team has been sharing the basketball. Barrington Hargress, the transfer from UC Riverside, has been such a great addition for the Buffaloes. He's averaging almost 5 assists per ball game and really takes care of the basketball. Yeah, and he's really having looked to shoot a lot, but the last game we worked Saturday against Texas San Antonio, the zone they were playing really left him open a lot, and he took advantage on that game. Barrington Hargress, such a hard-nosed player, steps in as a junior and really has taken over the point guard position. And look at that, we've got the clock ready to go. And so they got 26 seconds on the shot clock. Now they flipped it back to 27 and 19:56 in the game clock, so it appears everything's working. And then it just changed to 27 again. You'd think you would have tested that before we started, don't you? All right, Colorado inbounding the basketball. They play it into backcourt. That should have been over and back. Dak leapt from the front court, caught it in the back court. That should have been, you're right, a turnover against Colorado. Caceres working against a very athletic and very long Portland State team. They were picked number 2 in the preseason poll in the Big Sky, just behind Montana. Dak left of the lane. That's not necessarily his game. Kenzie's got the rebound. Buffs didn't get good ball movement on the opening possession. Vikings on offense. Henderson, very athletic. They claim he is a 47-inch vertical. Wow. Kenzie in the corner. Late getting there defensively was Ronchik. Misses the 3. Rebound, fought for, and inside Minot. Had it stripped out of his hands. It's picked up by Kenzie. His putback hangs painfully on the back of the rim, and he missed it, and he got the rebound. That's 2 offensive rebounds already for a team that averages 14 a game. Short corner right side. They flip it out top. Big man Miller for 3 hits from downtown. Way too many opportunities for the Vikings from a Buffs perspective. And he shoots a good percentage, and Bangkok Dak did not get close enough. Caceres bounces into paint, went off the foot of one of the Vikings on the penetration by Caceres. Again, Colorado gave up 2 offensive rebounds. Scott, you can't give a good team that many opportunities. No, and that's something that Portland State really relies on. You mentioned 14 rebounds on the offensive end per game. Colorado just can't give up that many. 5 times in 10 games, the opposition has had more than 10 offensive rebounds against the Buffaloes. Colorado on offense. Ronchik, the point guard we just talked about. Hargress orchestrates, works the dribble, stops and pops on the foul line. Nice looking mid-range jumper. That's what he does. Yeah, he loves that pull-up right around the elbow and free throw line area. Vikings again on offense. This is the third Big Sky team that Colorado has played so far this season. And they've got one more coming with Northern Colorado coming up here in a couple of ball games. And by the way, the Bears are 9-1. Miller, left side again for three. Hits another one, and that is a tough matchup for Elijah Malone.
That reminds me a lot of at CSU, Mark.
Exactly right. Dak has the top of the key. 4-point advantage for the Vikings. Dak has it poked away by Miller. Miller is a clever player. Yeah,
you see here, though, you mentioned Elijah, the way he plays defense. That's just a hard guard. If he gets out one step closer, then he's going to let him, if he's afraid, he's going to let him go around him.
Buffalo's basketball played in on the sideline. Malone looking for the point guard Hargress. Finally gets it to him. 12 on the play clock as he goes to work. Dak drives against Miller. Two-footed play, spins, goes up, ball knocked out of his hands by Miller, and it is scooped up by Dupree. And here come the Vikings. Scott, we've already seen Miller on offense and defense make about 4 or 5 plays.
Yeah, and not from athletic ability either, Mark.
Drove his way down the paint. Illegal screen under the basket called on Trevon Minot. That's a foul on Minot, his first. That is number 1 of the Vikings. You can see he it's almost a pick play there, kind of moving screen.
Yeah, and he was holding the arm of Elijah Malone there.
Colorado basketball after the turnover. Ronchik on the drive. And Keon Kenzie called with the hand-checking foul. That's his first.
That's a show and go there. Nice move by Ronchik there. Just a quick move, and he was the old hand check call that we used to get a lot more of.
Hargress to trigger the ball in. Ronchik in the corner, rises for three, right between the eyes from downtown. 2 with the toes on the line, apparently. Yep, 2-point basket. 6-4, Vikings on top by 2.
Always the strength of Tad Boyle teams is running good out-of-bounds plays like they did.
Henderson hangs in the air, kisses it off the window. Athlete on athlete, guarded that time by Caceres.
Showed his hang time on that play.
Well, he's got some hops to him. Ronchik, the drive, little pocket pass. Dak for the slam. Oh, big to big on the roll and the feed, and Dak throws it down.
Dunks will be an interesting night because Portland State averages over 5 a game. I'm going to keep track of them.
2-point advantage for the Vikings right now. Kenzie on the right wing. Minot, they work around in the corner to Henderson. On the drive, the roll inside, head fake, goes up for the dunk and blocked from behind. And a foul on Dak that time as Minot went to the rim.
We're going to see Dak here on the pick and roll. A nice pass here, pocket pass. It's called by Ronchik right into his, he catches right into his dunk shot there, Mark.
Scott, that's what we talked about off the top, the way this team can pass. And the bigs are very good passing players on this squad.
Yeah, big to big is something we didn't have in years past from our front court.
So Trevon Minot at the foul line. First free throw is up and good. 55% from the foul line.
I mentioned Portland State averages over 5 dunks a game. Minot gets 2.5 of those per game.
He's out of Montreal, Canada. Transfer from South Carolina. Big fella fires. Knocked them both down. Vikings on top by 10. This is not quite the start that Tad Boyle had hoped for. Got to get without fans here tonight. Colorado's got to create his own energy. Hargress, Dak, skip pass. Caceres for 3. Fires and misses on an air ball. Vikings have it. Here comes Henderson.
That was a really good pass there by Dak.
Henderson works out top. The drive, high up the window, and it's up and good. Boy, he is an athlete. Henderson's got 4. Buffaloes are down by 6.
Got a smoothness to his game, too.
Henderson out of Wichita, Kansas. Louisiana Tech transfer. Hargress down the paint. Contact and an offensive foul on Barrington Hargress. That is his first. Number 1 on Colorado turnover on the Buffaloes. 12-6. The Vikings early, putting the Buffs back in their heels. And Jalen Henderson has got a couple of buckets for Portland State. Have not created their own atmosphere. In fact, they're down right now to Portland State by 6. And a big reason, Scott, is that fella right there, Terry Miller, 6'8", 250, and already got a couple of threes, a block shot, and a rebound.
Yeah, and not only him, but Henderson looks impressive too. He's 2 for 2 and looked very smooth going to the basket.
And now it's 6'8", 250. He'll bring the ball up court. That's an awful big point guard out there. Alone McKayla switches off on him. Picks up his dribble. Henderson, shot clock at 10. Goes to work. Beyond the back. A lot of dribbling. Fades up the right side. Shot won't go. McKayle's got the rebound.
Much better defensive possession there by Colorado.
Johnson tries by Henderson, and the freshman that time just would not be denied his way down court, and a hand-checking foul called on Henderson. That is his first.
And Johnson, everybody knows he wants to go left, but it's hard to keep him from doing it. So quick.
He is an aggressive driver, the freshman out of L.A. Holland is in along with McKayla after that last break. Two starters out there, Hargress and Ronchik. Hargress inbounding under the Vikings basket. In the corner to Johnson. Drives along the baseline, bounces in the paint. Holland the catch, double clutch. Missed it off the window. The rebound away to Henderson. Here come the Vikings. Push up court on his way to the hoop. Defended by McKayla. Shot won't go. Rebound fought for. It's off Ronchik, and it stays with the Vikings. Good defense by Alone McKayla.
Yeah, and he made him double clutch just like down here. Minot made Ian double clutch.
6-point advantage for Portland State. Miller against Ronchik. We've seen him hit the three. Now he works inside, spin move. Shovels off on the right block to Minot against McKayla. Over the left shoulder. Hook shot is up and good. Nice move for the big inside. And it's an 8-point advantage for Portland State.
Well, if you can take 3 dribbles like that, it's hard to defend that.
Colorado basketball. Isaiah Johnson goes to work, out of step on the defender. Nice cross-court pass. Hargress in the corner from downtown. A 3-ball for Barrington Hargress on the assist by Isaiah Johnson. And Colorado pulls within 5.
Well, not only finding the shooter there, but hit right in his shooting pocket, so go right into the shot.
We've been up on 14 minutes to play here in the first half. Out top with it, Henderson resets. Holland bull-hawking the freshman for the Buffaloes. On the block, Miller stripped it away by Holland, and they said he got more than ball. Holland with his first, number 2 for the Buffaloes.
You see Johnson here driving on the left side, all the way across court, right on the money, and Hargress, all he has to do is catch and shoot the ball.
You think of Isaiah Johnson as purely a driver, showing another aspect of his game there.
Yeah, the first few ball games, he only had a couple of assists, but he has really come on with his passing here after that.
Terry Miller at the foul line. Ironed his kind on the first one. He's got 7. A couple of substitutions now for the Buffaloes. Bangot Dak comes in. Josiah Sanders is in. Hargress and Ronchik out for Tad Boyle. Buffaloes hit 9-1. First time they've been 9-1 since the 15-16 campaign. They actually started 11-1 that year. Second toss missed by Miller. Bob's back on offense. McKayla.
A little bit of flex offense here.
Not a lot of movement right now. Off a pick by Dak in the paint, spins to the rim. Oh, tough shot that time by Alone McKayla. Snaked his way up between a couple of defenders.
He likes that spin move. Usually comes back to that left shoulder.
15-11 Vikings advantage. They're 5 of 9. So are the Buffaloes from the field. But they've got 2 threes. Right side, Tito. Gets it to Miller. Thought about the 3. McKayla was right there. A little bit better guard in that circumstance. Henderson, shot clock inside 5, drive down the paint. Shot blocked that time by Dak, and it went off the Vikings. Henderson. Colorado basketball. How about this spin move by Alone McKayla?
He likes to go left and come back to that left shoulder. Very clever as he finishes it.
And then Dak with the length that he has on the other end. McKayla again on the drive, got a half step on the defender, missed it at the rim. Rebound yanked away by Henderson. Vikings in transition. Miller for 3. Fires halfway down, popped out. Dak's got it.
Miller had something to say, too, as he missed that shot.
Stops and pops from 3. Missed it. McKayla saves it, and Sanders comes up with it. Drives, throws the alley-oop to Dak. High above the rim and a slam with 2 hands. Nice play by Josiah Sanders on the save that time by McKayla.
Doesn't have to be a very accurate pass when you throw it to Dak like that.
Phipps comes back As a safety belt, Johnson got there to deny him and knocked it out of bounds. Yeah, how about the save here, though, by Alon McKaylee? Great. And he just kind of threw it up to allow one of his teammates to go get it.
Yeah, that's very clever there. Throw it on under your own basket area.
And then
back there on the lob.
Easy to throw the alley. You and I could throw the alley-oop to bang that back. You kidding me?
That's a play, though, that you'd get some crowd support in that, so that tonight they don't get that one.
That's right.
On a fancy play like that.
Yeah, you'd have the crowd on its feet. Place would erupt. Not so much tonight. Henderson. Buffaloes within 2. Tador, step back, 18-foot jumper, missed it. Rebound, Dak battling along with Minot, and McKaylee comes up with it. In the corner, Johnson, step back, fires a 3, missed it, and Henderson high for the rebound.
Good offense, though.
Kenzie pushing all the way to the rim. Throw it high up the window, shot won't go, and a foul. Kenzie got tangled up with Alon McKaylee. 11:29 to play in the first half. The Buffaloes now only trailing by 2 to a very good Portland State team in a quiet event center tonight here in Boulder. At 4, Ronchik inside against Kenzie. Tries to shovel off to a cutting Caceres, and it gets knocked out of bounds. I've been impressed early with the Vikings. They're very active on defense.
And they got a lot of athletes out there at every position.
Jace Coburn is the head coach. Just got to look at him. His 5th season in Portland. 68-67 his record. Ronchik left open for 3. Missed it badly. Offensive rebound. Sanders reverse layup. Diagonal across the lane.
Sanders always showing that he likes to finish in the area of the bucket with his right hand, even though he shoots jumpers left-handed.
Buffaloes needed that. That's their 2nd offensive rebound. They were -3 on the boards coming out of that last timeout. Colorado within 2. Henderson. Miller has been so good early against Elijah Malone. He turned over the left shoulder, shot it with the left hand, and it's up and in.
Yeah, he's another ambidextrous guy. He shoots inside with his left, but shoots jumpers with his right.
Johnson, top of the key, drives against Henderson, runs into Miller, and a foul called, blocking foul against the Vikings big man.
Kind of bounced off him as Miller held his ground there, and Johnson really just ricocheted off of him.
Now keep in mind there's about an 80 to 90 pound difference between those two. Miller at about 215. I think that's probably being generous.
That's a call that could have gone either way there.
Yeah, Isaiah Johnson, they say is $170, and I think that's being generous. So at the free throw line, that's team foul number 4, by the way, on the Vikings. Isaiah Johnson, 76% from the free throw line. First one is up and good.
I like the Buffs picking up here, try to pick up the energy level with their full court defense a little bit.
So the 3-point play by the freshman Isaiah Johnson pulls the Buffaloes within 1. Top of the key, Minot. Hands off to Dupree. And the ball just yanked out of his hands by Johnson. Can't control, but Sanders has got it. He out-muscled everyone for it. Ronchik up court. Johnson, right side, in the corner, extra pass, Caceres. Behind the back, on the block, and he's cut off down low by Minot. Back out top when the Buffs reset. Ronchik against Miller. Steps through. Nifty move off the window. Oh, the iron was unkind, and Minot's got the rebound.
And Minot just had a longer reach there than Caceres.
Great footwork, though, by Ronchik.
Yeah, too bad he couldn't finish that play.
Right side, Dupree. Henderson to reset. Buffs in a man-to-man defense. Midway point of the first half. Henderson, ball knocked away. Ronchik, he's got it. Up court, fakes the pass, and Henderson stole it away from Ronchik.
Should have given it up. He had Johnson over on the right lane.
Cross-court pass, leaping grab. Miller has it after the tip into his hands by Dupree. Miller against Malone, against tough matchup. Clever move there, alley-oop, and going up and tipping it out the window was Trevon Minot.
You know who Miller reminds me a little bit of is Luka Doncic with his, the way he plays with his size.
Yep. Little hesitations.
Just where he wants to go, not with speed, but with just cleverness.
Little pause. Isaiah Johnson out top, splits a double team, down the paint to the rim with the left hand, and he couldn't finish it. Vikings with it. On a run out is Kenzie. By Ronchik to the rim with the left hand, and it's up and good.
They're right around Ronchik there.
Kenzie's got 4. Now the Vikings lead it by 5.
Minot has been an impressive rim protector for Portland State.
Isaiah Johnson. Ronchik up a pick. Looks for the roll. He had Malone. They didn't get it to him. Down the paint, Sanders. Tough shot, hook shot with the right hand.
Did that go off the backboard? Or is that
I don't think it did. I think it went straight in.
It's a very difficult shot.
Josiah Sanders has 4. Inside 8 to play, 23-20. Vikings by 3. Next dead ball of timeout. Miller again. In a double team. Lob it on top to Dupree.
Very methodical, isn't he, Mark?
Yes, he is. Miller, long 3, top of the key. Missed that one, and Ronchik is able to secure it. Yank it away from Minot. Sanders. Looking for an outlet. Cross court in the corner. Caceres for 3. Right between the eyes from downtown.
Mark, that pivot by Josiah Sanders really opened that play up. He pivoted up top. The defense reacted, and that left the pass open to the opposite wing.
And that 3 ball by Caceres ties the game at 23, 7:06 to play in the first quarter. What a great pass by Josiah Sanders.
Yeah, we're going to see it here. Josiah Sanders is on one side.
Coach here, former St. John's coach, New Mexico coach. All right, we need a little analysis here. Early on, but this Vikings team looks pretty good there.
Well, I thought they would be. They're excellent defensively, and yet Buffs have battled back. And I came up in the summer, Scott, and I love this young group. I think they're going to be good as they grow up.
Yeah, it's an anomaly in today's world, having 8 freshmen on a college team.
It's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
Henderson, very athletic guard. And this guy here, very skilled, Miller. Left side, Kenzie for 3. McKaylee's got the rebound. You've watched this Buffs team enough here as Hargress makes a strong move down the court. High at the window, and he missed that one. Got his own rebound. Buffs will reset. You really like this Isaiah Johnson kid?
Oh, yeah. I got a chance to see him this summer.
McKaylee from downtown.
I mean, I honestly, when I came up in the summer, Mark, before they went to Australia, I told Coach Boyle, I said, man, you've got a really talented group of young guys. And there's some veterans, obviously, Ranchik and Dak and Malone.
But even the veterans are, mostly sophomores and juniors.
Yeah. I'd say this, Mark, in the old days, okay, like 3-5 years ago, we would have said, wow, when these Buffs grow up, when they're juniors and seniors, they're going to be really, really good. And that still may be the case. The key now is keeping everybody and keeping them all happy and keeping them getting better. But this freshman group, Scott, they're talented.
It's one of the best freshman groups they've ever had here.
I think so. I really do.
Coach, did you realize what you just said? He said the old days, 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, I know.
Here come the Buffs. Hargress has been such a great pickup for the Buffaloes. Drives, cross-court pass intercepted by Phipps. Turnover, Colorado.
He's made his decision after he left the floor. You don't want to do that.
No. Coach, this Big 12 conference is going to be a gauntlet this season.
Again.
Yeah, again, yes.
And I think
Dax wants that one.
And I think the Buffs, even with the youth, they're a little more prepared than last year.
Yep.
That should have been a foul. Yep. And we talked about this last year, Mark. If the Buffs had come into the Big 12 with 3 draft picks like the year before,
exactly, yes.
Last year was a difficult year. But I watched this guy. Dak, I did the game where he almost had the triple-double last year for ESPN.
He's an intriguing guy, isn't he?
He really is. I don't think he's going to put a lot of weight on, but he's certainly athletic and can block shots and do some things.
He is almost 20 pounds heavier than he was.
I wouldn't have noticed.
You just can't tell.
He's playing a lot more consistent this year.
Yeah.
Defensive foul against Phipps. That is number 2 on Phipps.
I will say this. I saw Isaiah Johnson this summer. I didn't think he'd be this good this early, but I was really impressed with him. And then, as you guys know, he had a terrific 4-game stretch in Australia.
Yep. You kind of understand with his background and LeBron and Dwayne Wade and everyone that he was involved with.
He's not intimidated.
Exactly.
He's figured it out early. That's nice.
McKaylee to the rim. Nice feed by Hargress there. Bucks right now lead at 28-23.
And McKaylee and Johnson tonight, just as usual, instant offense off the bench for both of them.
Vikings basketball. The one thing, Fran, and we're talking with Fran Fraschilla, former coach and ESPN analyst. There's a three, top of the key, and Henderson knocks it down from the top of the key. He's got 7, and it's a 2-point Colorado advantage now with the basketball. With having that point guard that's played a lot of basketball like Hargress really kind of settles everything for all those youthful players out there.
It does, and he's a scorer too, and I think that's going to be a great combination with, even though they're small, Isaiah and Hargress are going to be really solid. And you know, Jalen Holland's another guy I love this summer.
Yep.
I just want to see these guys grow up.
Yeah. Well, that's a challenge for everybody. Alley-oop with a dunk by Minot.
And Minot averages almost 3 dunks a game, and there's his first one tonight.
Randy, as you look at college athletics, but specifically basketball, and the way things have changed, and it's ever evolving at this point in time. Do you kind of pine for the old days, or do you understand this is the way it's going, and we just have to accept it?
It's not changing. It's a new normal. We all have to get used to it. You know, the players getting paid is probably pretty good.
Yep.
We got to get some guardrails, but it's not going to change back. The genie's out of the bottle. We got to accept that these are kind of semi-pro players, and hopefully they'll get their college degrees as well while they're at it.
And do you think they'll continue with the 3 or 4 transfers? You know, the players that jump ship every year.
Yeah, I'd like to see a CBA. I love watching this guy. Yeah, I'd like to see some sort of organization right now. Nobody really knows. I mean, yeah, I'd like to be a big time quarterback in college football.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I would.
That's a good paying position. Coach, great seeing you.
Hey, happy holidays to you guys.
Good to see you, Fran.
We'll see you in January.
All right. That's a great Fran Fraschilla joining us. Buffaloes have got a 2. And the Buffs now lead the Vikings by 2, 30-28. 3:28 remaining in the first half. Scott Wilkie, Mark Johnson. Glad you could join us here at ESPN Plus. If you're looking in the background, I know fans here tonight. With the severe winds we've had through the area, there was a public safety decision to be made that they wouldn't have anybody here tonight to keep people off the roads, and so rather quiet. It feels like kind of the whole COVID period, Scott, when you're doing games in empty arenas.
Well, deja vu from that season where we worked the whole season without fans.
That's right. Free throw by Isaiah Johnson coming out of the timeout. Knocks down the first one. Buffaloes by 3.
One different thing tonight, we get to work courtside. That season, we worked up from the concourse.
Up from the concourse. Exactly right. The freshman from Los Angeles. He's got 5.
Mark, quick note here on the stats. Alon McKaylee played 8 minutes off the bench, 7 points and 5 rebounds in 8 minutes.
That is efficient basketball.
That's productive right there.
Yep. Miller has it for the Vikings. He's been awful impressive so far. 9 points. He's got a rebound and an assist and a block shot. Give it off to Tito. Henderson, so athletic. Miller with a ball fake in the paint. Had it knocked out of his hands. He redirected it on the way up, and they called a foul in the act on Jalen Holland. That's the freshman with his second foul. Kind of a late whistle there. He did rake him across the left arm.
He did twice.
Good call.
And Miller, we heard this term a lot in basketball, where he goes at his own pace.
Yes.
He doesn't get hurried. He just kind of does his thing at his pace.
Free throw rattles and pops out. And Scott, that's always a unique quality in a player, because you think of the game of speed and athleticism and strength, and yet he kind of plays a little different than everybody out there.
Yeah, well, to do that, to go at a slower pace, like I mentioned Luka Doncic earlier, you have to be extremely skilled to do it without speed and athleticism.
Yes, and very smart and understand the game. You can tell that he does. Hargress, Holland, McKaylee, Scott just mentioned, has been so good early against Miller. Drive to the rim. Had it blocked that time by Miller. Henderson on the run out. In the corner. Tidor for 3. Yes.
Good early offense by the Vikings there. Pushed it up.
They called that a 2. And the Buffs turn it over.
Holland went to dribble without looking first. Had a defender right in front of him.
4 turnovers for the Buffaloes, by the way. Miller against Dak. Dak knocked it away, got the steal. 7-footer pushes. Hargress. Looking for Dak down low. Big on big here. A lot of length in that matchup. Had it knocked away. Turnover, Colorado.
That's 5 turnovers.
Buffs came in averaging just under 10. Vikings forced about 15 a game. Miller for 3. Missed it, and the rebound to Minot.
Buffs, you don't see Buffs attacking that glass.
Henderson for three, and he was hacked in the act. About 8 or 10 feet outside the arc. And a 3-shot foul as the Buffaloes pick up their 16th foul.
You see Dupree here, as Caceres closes out, he kind of runs right into him. Poor closeout there. We're going to close out quickly, but under control.
So Dupree at the free throw line. He's a freshman for the Vikings. Out of Los Angeles.
Mark, Henderson is a lot like a lot of Big 12 guards, isn't he? He's so long and athletic. You see a lot of him in the Big 12.
Second toss up and good. I mentioned with Henderson, Wichita, Kansas young man. Was at Louisiana Tech.
Wonder how he escaped the Midwest Big 12 teams.
One more coming for Dupree. Got 2 of 3. Vikings by 1. 1:40 to play in half number 1. They find Hargress to orchestrate now. Dak lets him go by and get it back to Hargress. Head fake, leans in off window, and count it, whistle and a foul. That was a heady play by Barrington Hargress.
Good jump stop there and a shot fake, and he kind of just waited for that defender to fly by, and he finished the play as well. You get right through the contact.
You know, we talk about the way McKayley plays and Miller for the Vikings. It's fun watching smart basketball guys that have good instinct out there, isn't it?
Yeah, and Hargress, you know, he's such an experienced guy, and he knows how to play against those big guys as they come here to help. As that guy came across the lane there.
Completes a three-point play. Hargress has got 8. Buffalo's on top by 2.
Good matchup here with Caceres guarding Henderson.
He has it out top. Top of pick by Minot. Caceres is able to fight through. Buffs in a man-to-man. Henderson down the paint to the rim. Down over the top of Hargress, who rotated over. Lays it up and in. Boy, he can fly.
Yeah, he is athletic.
9 points for Henderson. Tied up at 35. Inside a minute now. We're at 45 seconds. Sanders to the rim. Off the window with the left hand. Nice play by the freshman. He's got 6.
That was a strong move right there.
Colorado's got a 2-point advantage. Final shot now. Beg your pardon. It's about 8-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Anderson works the dribble against Caceres. He's picked it up. Inside 10. Tito pulls up for 3. Missed it badly. McKayley surprised by the rebound. Hargress has got it. Now the final shot with 10 to play. Hargress in the paint. Kick out. Sanders wide open. Freshman for 3. Oh, rattled and popped out. Rebound fought for on a bounce. And that will bring us to halftime. Date has got it on offense to start this second half. Buffaloes with their same starting 5 out there. Dupree for the top of the key. Missed that one, and Malone's got the rebound.
First rebound of the game for Elijah.
We talked about he dinged up that right shoulder. You can see, if you get a glance at that, he's got a little brace on there. Barrington Hargress led the Buffaloes in the first half with 8. McKayley off the bench with 7. Sanders was so good coming off the bench as well with 6. Hargress has got it. Returns it inside to Dak. Hook shot with the right hand. He got a smaller Dupree on a big fella. Knocks it down.
Smart play by Hargress. Went right back in there because he had the mismatch with Dak, and he took advantage.
Anderson nearly has it knocked away by Caceres. Here's the leaders for Portland State. Terry Miller was so good in that first half with 10 points. There's a shot missed. And it tapped around. Miller's got it. Henderson on the drive. Such a high flyer. And he goes up with the right hand and puts it in.
Gosh, he is a talented guard.
11 points. Now for Jalen Henderson. If you missed it in the first half, the claim is he's got a 47-inch vertical leap. And from what we see, I'm not going to argue with that.
No. I'd like to see him get a breakaway and see if that's true.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's got some hops to him. Dak top of the key, doesn't take many threes, misses that one. Malone battling for the rebound, couldn't corral it. Henderson. Now the Vikings in transition, slow it up. On the baseline, Kenzie leans in. It was altered by Malone. Deflected out. Dax got it. Tipped it out instead of the Buffalo's Hargress, but Henderson intercepts. Shovel off Kenzie to the rim, and he missed it in a foul on Malone.
That's a bad sequence by Colorado there. Gave up the offensive rebound, then they turned the ball over.
Kenzie hit hard, by the way. He can shake it up. And I guess that's going to happen if you run into Elijah Malone, but he went down rather awkwardly. Free throws coming. Hit the hardwood here at the event center very firmly. He's got free throws coming out. Keon Kenzie. He's out of Los Angeles. A transfer from San Diego.
I think Minot might have a little bloody nose or something over there.
You know, even though she's not here, Miss Peggy's here in spirit.
I like that. Do you call that a big head, even though it's her whole body?
Cardboard cutout. Got some other good ones down there. Got a KJ Simpson. Got a Rick George. Chip down there as well. If that's Norm Macdonald, or in that case, Turd Ferguson.
No, yeah, Norm Macdonald as
SNL skits.
Burt Reynolds, yeah.
Yep, yep. All right, at the free throw line is Kenzie. Just trying to fill some of the seats here on this unique night in Boulder. Free throw rattles and falls.
Well, it's good they got the game as scheduled, because otherwise it might have been a 10 a.m. game.
There was talk about that.
And that people would have been missing work then.
Yep.
Would affect the country's GDP.
And with that, new retired luxury schedule you have, you would have actually had to work tomorrow. So, all right, Kenzie hit them both. Tied at 39. Ronchik looking for the roll. Cross-court pass. Caceres blows by Dupree. On his way to the hoop, went up through two defenders and a foul. That's an aggressive move by Felix Caceres.
Did they get that? They called it on 15.
That was on Dupree.
I thought maybe they'd call it on number 7, Chukwu.
That's Charles Chukwu.
Chukwu.
Yeah. So Caceres is at the free throw line. Knocks down the front end. Felix is really becoming a nice player. And last year, I recall early in the season a year ago, you and I were on the radio side, and you would talk with Danny Manning on one of the road trips, and you said in the broadcast, you said, I asked Danny which guy he thought really had a chance to be in the NBA. He said Felix Caceres.
He was the first name out of his mouth. And you know, the thing about Felix, you ask why, how can he shoot such a high percentage? And the coach will say right away, he shoots good shots. Great shot selection.
Yep. Throws this one down court, and Ronchik is there to steal it away. It actually bounced off Kip Kissinger, the referee, but Ronchik's got it.
They always say they're part of the game, right?
They're part of the court. In transition, Ronchik for three. Yes, from downtown. Sebastian Ronchik with the steal and the trifecta on the other end. He's got 7.
Those trailer shots are really good rhythm shots for a big man there. Step right into it.
5-point advantage for Colorado. Miller works out top. Boy, I like him. Give it to Chukwu down the paint. Bobbled it, got it back, hook shot, and it's good.
Good hook there. Good shot. Good footwork and good finish on that hook shot.
Young man out of Katy, Texas, transfer from Arkansas, Little Rock. Buffs by 3. Hargress off Malone's screen. Down the paint, floater with the right hand, missed it. Malone grabbing the rebound, took a heck of a shot by Chukwu. And a foul called on the Vikings. Here was the steal. Miller had to throw it to backcourt. He didn't see that deep safety out there.
And it's good the ref was there. He would have lost that out of bounds otherwise.
Yep. They got it to Hargress and trailing. Ronchik. He's got such a sweet shot.
And you see, as you can, that trailer shot, you step into it, it gets your footwork perfect.
Buffs inbounding under the Vikings bucket. Ronchik again with it. Baseline against Kenzie. Backs his way, and he's got a size advantage. Steps through, fades, fires, and he missed it in the foul of the arm. That bailed out Ronchik a little bit. Number 2 on Kenzie.
He had good defensive position there, but I think right at the end he came down with that challenge.
Take a look at it. Ronchik kind of got himself trapped there, but boy, there wasn't a lot there. There was not a lot of contact.
It's just a little bit on the forearm, but you're right.
Ronchik misses the foul shot.
Now, I usually say that in Colorado, but I'm going to say it anyway. Ball don't lie.
That's right. Ronchik right now with 5 points. Got a rebound and an assist. Knocks the next one down.
I like Colorado picking up here to pick up the pace of this game.
Buffalo's on top by 4. Here comes the trap. Henderson killed his dribble. Up the sideline. Intercepted again by Ronchik. To Dak. Touch pass to Malone. He got deflected. Colorado still with it. Ronchik. Left of the lane. Top of the key. Hargress open for 3. Right between the eyes from downtown.
That trap really was a tough trap, and he had nowhere to go. Ronchik read it and intercepted the pass.
48-41. Buffaloes by 7. That's where Henderson is a guard. You never pick the ball up there.
Good show there by Malone.
Kenzie through the paint. Contact. Scoop it out the window. Count it. And a foul. A tough shot. That time by Keon Kenzie.
What a friendly roll there. You think this was his home gym.
So the Buffs force the turnover on the press. And they find Hargress out top. Capable shooter.
And he had his feet set, got his legs into it.
Look how tough this shot is by Kenzie here. Going away from the hoop, under the arm with the left hand.
And without the English he put on that, it wouldn't have made its way over the rim.
So Kenzie at the foul line trying to complete the three-point play.
That was a big bucket for Portland State. They were reeling a little bit.
Buffalo's on top by 5. Free throw is good. Buffs by 4.
Colorado going liberally to the bench here already, but Portland State, that may be the factor we're going to see here in about 5 minutes.
Holland, Johnson, McKaylee, 3 freshmen in. And pass is deflected, and it gets intercepted, but there's a foul away from the basketball as Ronchik ends up on the hardwood.
I think Minot gave him a little shove there in the back.
Now we got 16 to play. The Vikings aren't going away here in Boulder. The Buffaloes lead by 4. Ronchik takes it down the paint, and a foul is called.
And Yemi Udoka, who played in the NBA for about 7 years, and he's the head coach of the Houston Rockets currently.
Nice school, Portland State. Gorgeous area.
Yeah, we played Portland here a few years ago, University of Portland.
That's right. All right, Buffalo's inbound.
Uh-oh.
Ball played in, turned it over. Miller's got it. He's going to run straight to the rim. He's not an above the rim guy.
I was wondering if he was going to try and dunk it.
I was wondering as well. Bad turnover by Colorado. 12 for Miller now. Buffalo's by 2. Johnson. Pass deflected into the hands of Holland. He'll fire the 3. Missed it. Rebound, battled for, and McKaylee came away with a nice hustle play.
Second save he's done like that tonight.
Holland drives down the paint, had his pocket picked by Minot. Henderson, watch out for him. He can fly. Goes up. Shot rejected that time by Ronchik. Holy cow. He saw that coming, and he kind of teed that one up, didn't he?
Yeah, and Hargress kind of got the body check down low. Yeah, it was Hargress. And that allowed Ronchik to get him from the weak side.
Boy. Sebi was kind of feeling like Bang got Dak there all of a sudden, the way he swatted that one away.
You know what Bill Walton would say is keep that block in play, right?
That's exactly right. Lob inside, intended for Minot, deflected, but Miller gets it back against McKaylee. Leans in, pushes off, spins, pirouettes, fades, and hits. Tough shot that time by Terry Miller.
He takes his time in there.
Yep, 14 for Miller. Tied at 48. Buffaloes are on top by 2. Hargress, floater. Missed it. McKaylee, the offensive rebound. Stripped it away by Miller. And Anderson saves it behind his back, but Hargress was there, intercept, and he got pushed out of bounds by Terry Miller. That was a smart play by Barrington Hargress. He saw Henderson trying to save that one to the corner. You could tell he was kind of figuring out where he was going to play it in.
You know, with less people around the court, without chairs and stuff, maybe players feel more free to go save balls like that.
They might.
We've seen a lot of those tonight.
Miller goes out. And Isaiah Williams comes in for the Vikings for the first time. Buffs inbounding into the Vikings basket. Holland Right side, Hargress nearly intercepted by Henderson. Driving Hargress to the rim. Double clutch won't go on a foul. You nearly got your wish to see Henderson on a run out. He nearly had that. That would have been a pick six going the other way.
He saw that coming, didn't he?
Look at
shot the
Hargress.
gap.
So tough driving, though.
He doesn't get deterred by big bodies in there.
So Hargress at the free throw line. Williams picked up the foul.
And Colorado's got 14.5 minutes now of being in the bonus.
I was going to say that is already number 7 on the Vikings here in the second half. And Hargress misses the first of this being a 2-shot foul. Rancha goes out. Dak is back in for the Buffaloes.
Quick breather for Dak. He was only out about a minute.
Hargress fires the second, and he missed them both. Tidor with the rebound. Vikings and Buffaloes tied at 48. Portland State out of the Big Sky. Buffs have got Northern Colorado in their final non-conference game. That'll be their 4th Big Sky opponent in non-conference play. 5 of the play clock. Henderson, lob it to Mina in the paint. Spins, he had Holland on it, missed it in the foul.
Boy, I don't know. And Holland, just like he was trying to hold his ground there.
Go take another look at that one and see. Giving up a lot of size in this exchange.
But he did a good job there. He was in the right spot. Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. He had a little contact with the offhand, but the right-hander had a free shot with his strong hand as Minot's at the free throw line.
I like how Holland read that play, though, Mark. He was on the weak side guarding the guy in the corner, and because of the pick and roll situation, he was the help guy, and he got there in time in the right position.
Sanders and Caceres back in the lineup now for Colorado for Dan Boyle.
See if Sanders can provide a little punch like he did in the first half.
Second toss by Mina. Missed them both. Dak high for the rebound. Colorado trying to break the tie.
I think he missed both shots because he knew it wasn't a real foul.
He's at the or it could be the fact he's shooting 55% from the foul line. That could be it as well. Isaiah Johnson. Mina with a strong show, but too strong a reach in.
The show was good, the reach was not.
Foul number 8.
Especially as a big man, you don't want to waste your fouls on plays like that.
And for Mina, that is his 4th. And so he goes out.
That changes their defense dramatically.
It does. He is very much like Bengat Dak, just a long presence on the back end of that defense. So Isaiah Johnson at the foul line, he knocks down the front end.
You don't often see teams having 14.5 minutes of one-on-one and then double bonus after that. So that's a long time to be in the bonus.
Second toss by the freshman. He is 5 of 5 for the free throw line. 7 points for Isaiah Johnson, leading scorer for the Buffaloes. Pressure once again by the Buffs. Henderson boxed in. Up court, Kenzie drives against Sanders to the rim. Dak, I think, got a piece of that one. Loose ball, McKaylee has it.
Dak can come late like that and still get a piece.
Even if he doesn't get a piece, just the presence will alter the shot. Love it. Just like Minot.
You feel a guy like that coming.
That's right. Minot does the same thing for the Vikings. Johnson off a screen, seam down the paint, knocked away, got it back. Still keeps the dribble alive, shovels off to Caceres. Under the basket, went up, and Williams from behind got a piece of that one, and the tie-up. Now the alternating possession is in favor of Colorado. Nice play by Williams.
Great rebound by Caceres, but he probably would have been better off kicking that back out. He was surrounded by defenders.
Take another look at that one.
You see 3 guys on him.
Yep. Williams got a piece, and then part of the ball is Sanders. They lob it in. Miller deflects it away. That's the second time Bucks have committed that same turnover. Miller in transition, missed it. Dak with the rebound.
Buffs are fortunate that turnover didn't lead to points.
Caceres to Sanders, driving, rotation to Dak for the slam. Sanders looked like he was trapped down the left block, and Dak came flying in like the cavalry for the flush.
And Mark, that was such a great 2-footed play there. Sanders jump stopped on the baseline, pivoted, and left and he saw the trailer coming down the middle of Dak.
Didn't panic.
Yeah.
Right. Keep your head about you.
Two-footed play.
Buffalo's on top by 4. Vikings haven't scored for nearly 2.5 minutes. Now they have. And there was that 47-inch vertical leap we just saw from Henderson.
He jumped from almost the free throw line.
Holy cow.
Just dropped that in.
52-50. Buffalo's by 2.
Looks like an airplane coming in for landing.
Oh, if you could only fly, huh? Johnson off a nice Dak screen. Finds a seam to the hoop and a foul. Now watch the play by Josiah Sanders. He got boxed in down there on the right block. You see him at the bottom of the screen.
And you see Dak, he saw the opening there, cut right in front of Miller. Miller did not play good defense on that play.
Now you see it. Great play by Sanders, and Dak did what Dak does. So Isaiah Johnson back at the free throw line. He is the guy, Scott, by the time his career is over, as Isaiah knocks down the front end. He stays for 4 years at the University of Colorado. He'll be in the conversation for all-time free throw marks.
Yeah, for shots attempted, for sure.
Attempted and made, because he's a very good free throw shooter.
He's been in double digits multiple times here early in the season for Colorado in free throw attempts.
Knocks them both down. 7-7 in this ball game. He's only got the 1 field goal, but he's got 9 points. Buffs by 4.
He creates fouls.
Henderson orchestrates now for the Vikings against Caceres in the corner. Williams for 3. Yes. Williams from downtown.
He didn't let Dak's challenge bother him on that one.
54-53 Colorado on offense. Johnson against Henderson. Directing traffic now. To Dak on the right side. Gets it back to the freshman. Stop and go drive. Finds a seam down the paint, under the bucket, head fake once, twice, goes up, and somehow is able to get that one up over the top of Kean Webb, who at 6'11" had all sorts of length over Isaiah Johnson.
A couple shot fakes, a couple pivots. He corkscrewed an opening there.
Wow. He's got that unique talent. McKinley Wright had that for the Buffalo years ago, right?
He reminds me of him a lot.
Yes. In the corner, Williams another 3, missed that one. And on the weak side, the foul called, rebounding on Webb. The Buffaloes have got a 3-point lead, 11:09 to play in the second half. Bang got Dak has always got some pretty good highlights.
Yeah, when he gets an opening like this, and you see Josiah Sanders, the perfect feed.
Not going to lead the Vikings of Portland State by 3, 56-53. Scotty, he's been outstanding tonight.
And I like that, Mark. You see he hit a 3 there, but he's a guy that loves the mid-range. You know, that's gone away from college basketball a lot, but doesn't mean you can't be good at something like that.
He really is a better three-point shooter than I think we thought when he came in from UC Riverside. 11 points. He paces the Buffaloes. 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from downtown. He's got 4 assists. Does have 3 turnovers tonight. That's not something he does very often, but he's been playing some very good basketball for Colorado.
3 of Colorado's 10 turnovers, which is what they're averaging per game, and they got 11 minutes to play still.
Alone McKaylee comes out of the timeout, knocked down the free throw. Alone had 7 very quick in this game for the freshman out of Israel.
You know, most guys get here and spend the summer here. He did not, Mark. He's only been here about 3 months.
Right.
So he's acclimated quickly.
At halftime, I walked some of the hallways. I walked kind of back in the backside of the building, and I said, "Nice job." And he said, "I need to play better." First thing out of his mouth. Even though he had a great first half. Buffalo's on top by 5. Kenzie against Sanders.
Buff's defense has picked up here a little bit.
Henderson's got it. 6 on the shot clock against Caceres. Nice drive. Top shot that time by Henderson.
And that change of direction out top, double change of direction, was very difficult to defend that.
He's got 15. Boy, I like him. Isaiah Johnson. He seems to be coming alive here in the second half. Bounces off to Dak. Squares up against Webb in the paint. Pirouettes, turns. Uses that length up over the top of Webb and knocks it down.
Well, he can really extend when he wants to.
He's got those go-go gadget arms. He gets up there high, and they just seem to get longer, don't they? Creeping up to the 10-minute mark. Buffalo's on top by 5.
Buff's big men are doing a much better job of showing on those screen and rolls.
Kenzie for 3. Webb couldn't control the rebound, but it was tipped out. Theodore driving left side. Williams hangs, count it, whistle and a foul. Buffs could not get the rebound. Another offensive board for the Vikings, and it ends up costing Colorado.
Second chance points, that makes 11 for Portland State. And that's their 6th offensive rebound.
Williams with the tough drive. The foul against Dak. So Williams at the free throw line. He has scored 5 points so far. Isaiah Williams out of Oklahoma City. Free throw is something good.
And he finished through contact. That's what you want when you drive the bucket. Don't let contact deter your shot.
60 to 58. Buffs by 2. Hargress. Kick out behind him. Open. Johnson for 3. Yes, from downtown. The drive, the draw, the dish by Hargress. And when he gets his feet set, Johnson's going to knock it down.
I think Hargress had that in mind as he drove the lane. He knew the defense would come to help.
Henderson down the lane. Tough shot. And he stumbles out of bounds and earns a trip to the free throw line. Barrington Hargress with a foul. Watch the drive, though, by Hargress. That set everything up.
Yeah, and to kick it out behind you like that, that's not easy. He made it look easy. That's a pretty tough play to do.
9:26 to play in the second half. Buffs on top by 5, 63-58. Henderson, who has been outstanding for the Vikings.
Henderson is a senior. I was just thinking, boy, he's going to show up somewhere else next year with a guy that's talented as him.
Miller comes in, and Webb sits down for the Vikings. Jalen Henderson, one of 3 preseason All Big Sky players for the Vikings. He, along with Minot and Miller, and he hits them both.
He's got his average. He's averaging 17. That's what he's got.
Came in averaging 17 points, 3 rebounds, just over 6 assists per game. He's on track for all of them. McKaylee airmailed it to a wide open Sanders on the left wing.
Well, you got to take a look before you make the pass, but he thought Josiah Woodgey spotting up over there. Josiah's probably more of a slasher than a shooter, though.
Yep.
At least at this point of his career.
Tidor's going to play it in. Safety valve Williams lost it. Sanders the steal, drives, comes to a jump stop, plays it to McKaylee. Down the paint, hook pass behind him. Ronchik for 3, misses that one. Tidor, or rather Kenzie's got the rebound.
Good pass, but there by McKaylee, though. Very similar to the one just before by Hargress.
3-point lead for the Buffaloes. Miller, so crafty against McKaylee. Hook shot with the left hand, yes. That's his natural hand. And he's creeping up on his average of 17 and a half.
Well, he's one of those amphibious guys.
Exactly right. He's got 16. The Vikings will not go away. Johnson, kick out. Sanders, open left side for 3. Missed that one. Kenzie's got the rebound.
2 straight wide open threes by Colorado. Missed them both.
Both teams shooting above 50% right now for the ball game. In fact, they're both identical, 22 of 43, 51%. Both in the mid-30s from downtown. Very even ball game. Miller against McKaylee. Jump pass, threw it away. Johnson steal. Got by Henderson. Tidor comes down. He's blocked off the backboard by Henderson. That's goaltending.
Mark, down here, McKaylee made a Miller turn to the baseline. I think he likes to go to the middle. And when he went...
Vikings basket. They threw it to Henderson, and Miller fired to Henderson as he kind of rolled on the far sideline and didn't see the pass coming. Went right behind him. That's
a gift for Colorado. They got to take advantage.
That is turnover number 10 on the Vikings.
Use the old tennis term, unforced turnover.
Exactly right. Ball played into Sanders. Drives his way to the hoop. Nicely done with the left hand. Josiah Sanders. He's got 8 now for the Buffaloes.
When he goes to the basket, he is strong.
Considering he's just a freshman, Henderson tried to fire that one across court in the corner. It was intended for Dupree, and it was deflected out of bounds by that. You know, we were talking about great alums from Portland State. We missed Freeman Williams, Scott, one of the all-time leading scorers in college basketball history. In fact, He only trails, I think, Pete Maravich and Antoine Davis, I think, in all-time scoring.
Yeah, I'm going to give a shout-out to Bill Thompson, BT, giving us a little heads up on that.
3-ball missed by the Vikings. Kenzie's got the offensive rebound, though. Henderson to the rim for the slam with 2 hands. There's the leaping ability we heard about.
I think he had a trampoline out there we missed.
Wow. 67-64.
So effortless, too.
Dak and the Buffaloes. Johnson. Kick out. Ronchik open for 3. Misses. He's having a tough night. Anderson's got the rebound.
Colorado's getting good looks from the three-point shot, but they're not making them.
Ronchik 1 of 4. Miller loses the handle on it, and Isaiah Johnson comes up with it. I beg your pardon, Hargress, and he called a timeout. Well, we heard about the athleticism of Jalen Henderson, and he showed us just a moment ago with 6:59 to play in the second half. Ronchik got up limping, but look at the leaping ability by Henderson here, Scott. He just kept going up.
Kept rising. He was still going up when he dunked it.
Oh, I've had dreams about being able to fly like that. Henderson has the Vikings within 3. They're coming off a win over Northern Colorado last night. Here's Sebastian Ronchik just before the break. Rolled the ankle, Scott. That's something he did earlier this season. Evan Batty then helped him off the court.
He missed the exhibition game against Grace College because of a rolled ankle.
Sanders on the drive. Reverse layup missed. Followed dunk attempt by Dak. He missed that one. So we'll see if Ronchik works his way back into the game. Looking over there, he's on the bench. Appears to be just fine right now. 6.5 to play. Driving off the left side, hand-checking foul on Hargress. On the drive by Tidor that time. So Hargress with a foul. That's his 3rd. It's number 5 on Colorado.
Yeah, he just stuck his hand out to hold him up there to help the drive.
Dupree, top of the key for 3. Missed it. And the rebound to the Buffaloes. Hargress down the paint. Contact, fires, floater with the right hand. Tough shot by Hargress.
He does a good job of getting body into that defender and knocking him back a bit so he can get his shot off.
You may have seen as the ball was coming down court there, leaning against the scorer's table. Ronchik set the check back in for the Buffaloes. Henderson on a backdoor cut. Kenzie for the flush. 69-66, Colorado by 3.
Get caught ball watching there.
That's right.
And your guy goes right behind you.
Johnson splits a double team to the rim. Missed it. Dak with the rebound. Went for the dunk. Blocked by Minot. Tipped out, though. And Sanders has it. He'll take it strong back to the rim. More contact and finally a foul. Boy, Dak went for that flush right there, and that was big on big. Minot went up and met him at the apex.
I think it was a good block. Good no call.
Sanders, such a tough player as he was able to come off the loose ball and took it back to the rim with a foul against Miller. Number 3 on Miller, by the way.
You know, as good as Miller is offensively, we've seen him be not as good on the defensive end tonight. You see that he didn't move his feet there. He just reached in. And earlier we saw him let Dak cut right in front of him for the dunk down the middle.
Sanders hit the first, and he misses the second. Rebound yanked away by Dupree. Disinterested.
Yes.
Is the word that comes to mind.
And maybe a little tired.
That could be as well. Buffaloes by 4. Henderson throws the alley-oop to Minot, but getting in his way was Isaiah Johnson at a foul.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
Take the legs out. I mean, not in a cheap way, but.
Isaiah Johnson picks up his first personal foul. That is number 7 on the Buffaloes. Got the roll right there. So what you do, you rotate over and just get in his way so they can't get extension.
I mean, you could debate whether that's even a foul, I think, Mark.
I would be happy to make that claim, Scott. So Minot at the free throw line. He's 2 of 4 from the stripe so far for the big fella. Misses the front end. Dak's got the rebound. Here comes Colorado. Ronchik. Johnson holds. So quick with the ball. Pulls up for 3. Missed it. Wide left. Miller's got the rebound. Vikings. Transition. Kenzie down the paint, off the window. Missed it. Battle fought for and off of the Vikings and out of bounds. I think Kenzie touched it last. 5:06 to play in the ball game.
You know, Colorado was a little quick on that last shot. I think Isaiah Johnson's shot was a little early. I'd like to see him go side to side 2 or 3 times before they look to attack.
It was early and contested.
Yeah.
Colorado went top by 4. Williams on Johnson. He put size on it, poking at the basketball. Boy, there was contact. No foul. Miller poking at it. Get it off to Dak. Dak goes to work against Minot. Tried the drive. Williams picks his pocket. And Isaiah Johnson jumped up to steal the pass away from Williams and took a heck of a shot as he went down up near midcourt.
That's a good call. They called that foul on Williams, and I like Johnson there kind of laying in the weeds as he waited for that pass.
Isaiah Johnson, you can see him kind of ball hocking.
That's a quick reaction, though.
That really is.
Most players could see that coming, but not have that quick reaction to get the actually get the interception.
So Williams with his 3rd. Buffs are already in the double bonus. They win the bonus with about 14.5 to play in the half. Buffs on top by 4, and Isaiah Johnson, who can make a living at the free throw line, already 7-7 from the stripe. Tad Boyle pondering, thinking how to get his team its 10th win of the season. Free throw line Johnson's good. 17 points for Isaiah Johnson.
He's been a second half guy too this season.
That's right, he had 5 at the intermission.
And it's kind of common occurrence where he scores a lot more in the second half than he does the first half.
And he stays perfect for the foul line as he hits them both. Now with 18 points, he goes out. Hargress in. Boy, if Isaiah Johnson ever started to score in the first half, man, he'd be
averaging 20.
Yeah, if not more.
I like this matchup, Caceres and Henderson.
Been fun to watch. 72-66 Colorado. 4.5 to play.
Good show there by McKaylee.
Minot on the block against McKaylee. He's got the size advantage. Hook shot left it short. Sanders with a strong rebound. Pushes up court. Stop and go. Hooks it off late. Ronchik the catch, and he landed up and in. Nice feed by Sanders.
That one extra dribble, Mark, drew the defense over and allowed Ronchik to be open for that pass.
Boy, Josiah Sanders has played well for Colorado. Miller out top.
He might be Colorado's best rebounder.
It might be. Miller steps sideways. 3-pointer. Missed it. Hargress couldn't control the rebound. Lost it. Out of bounds. Boy, watch this play by Josiah Sanders, the freshman out of Denver. First off, grabs a tough rebound in traffic, and then that late pass.
One extra dribble allowed the defense to come over and leave the passing lane for Ronchik.
Tree in Phoenix over the weekend. Anderson just had a knifing layup there. Makes it now 74-68. Colorado with the lead in the basketball. Anderson's having a game. He's got 21. Hargress. Little hesitation, dribble, no look pass inside Ronchik. Head fake, defender went by, throws it up, and it is swatted out of bounds by Dupree.
If Ronchik would have gone the other side with his left hand, he would have had an open space to shoot that.
Ronchik wanted goaltending. Let's take a look here. That ball got up there. Dupree came on rotation from behind. Nope, I don't think it was.
Good block.
Yep, good block. So Caceres will inbound. 3.6 on the play clock as he plays it in on the left sideline. Gets the ball in. Johnson fakes, pulls up. 3-ball is on the way. Off the front of the iron. He might have kept him out. Oh, Colorado with a chance. Couldn't corral it. Vikings with it. Bucks on top by 6. Miller. Hands off to Dupree. Bounces down low. Minot. His shot rejected by McKaylee. It's out of bounds. How about that by the freshman alone, McKaylee?
McKaylee didn't jump that high, but you can see he's got really long arms, very similar to Dak.
Great timing by McKaylee as well, giving up all that size. Vikings inbounding out of the Buffs basket. Go the alley-oop, intended for Kenzie, knocked away, pushed ahead. Ronchik on his way to the hoop, and it got blocked from behind by Dupree, and that's goaltending.
I don't know if Ronchik saw him, but he had Johnson ahead of the pack there.
Yes, look. He did. He could have hit him right there. Would have been easy. And then did it hit the glass first? And it did. That's why it's goaltending. So give the bucket to Ronchik.
You always want to reward a guy that's running hard like Johnson was on that play.
Ronchik's got 10 now. He's in double digits. Joining Hargress, Johnson, and Dak. Henderson Drives, had a ball knocked out of his hand by Hargress. Minot tried to save it, stepped on the other line.
Hargress wants a block shot on the stat sheet on that one. He's not going to have a lot, so you better give it to him.
They list Barrington Hargress at 6'1.5". I told him I'm going to call him 6'1" this season just to make him feel better.
That's probably in his shoes, though, wouldn't you say?
With his spacers on, standing on the phone book. Yeah.
In the morning, too. You're always a little taller in the morning.
That's right. 2.5 to play. Hargress has got it. Blows by Henderson. Down the paint, his way to the hoop. What a play that was by Barrington Hargress.
Are we seeing a little fatigue from Henderson finally?
Hargress has got 20 now. Floater in the paint. Miller missed it. McKaylee's got it. Let me correct myself. Hargress has got 15. They put it up on the scoreboard wrong. Driving Caceres on his way to the hoop and a foul on Dupree. So we got free throws coming. Number 15 fouls number 15. Watch his drive by Hargress here. Great ball.
I want to see the change of direction first. That's
Boom.
an amazing change of direction.
Look at that.
And Henderson playing a little bit of old leg defense on that play.
That's right. Right to the hoop. All right, at the free throw line is Felix Caceres for the Buffaloes. He's had the task as he knocks down the free throw of trying to slow down Jalen Henderson for the Vikings.
And he is Colorado's best perimeter defender. So he usually gets the assignment of the best offensive player on the other team.
That's been a tall order here tonight. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Caceres has got 7 points. Buffaloes on top, 80-68.
Back-to-back games with Hargress over 20 points.
6-0 run by the Buffaloes. Just snapped right there on the drive, and a tough shot by no one other than Henderson, who continues to pile up the points. He's got 23. 10-point lead. 95 seconds remaining. Colorado has outscored the Vikings 43-35 here in the second half. Johnson drive, kick out in the corner, wide open for Caceres, and he missed it. Rebound inside. Miller clears the glass.
Colorado's had multiple looks here in the second half from the three and have not hit any of it.
Jump pass in the corner, touches out Tidor. It was defended by Johnson, but not in time. Tidor's got his second 7-point advantage. Caceres runs the end line, gets it into Hargress. Here comes the trap. Gives ground, hooks it off to Isaiah Johnson. He's going to push up court against Williams. Get it off to Hargress. Boy, 2 great ball handlers in the backcourt. Ronchik in the corner. Phipps is going to foul him. And free throw is coming now for Sebastian Ronchik with 57 seconds remaining. That's number 4 on Phipps.
I think they fouled our best free throw shooter, right? Statistically?
By percentage, in terms of volume, Elijah Malone is actually the best by percentage at 82%, but he hasn't taken nearly the number of free throws that Ronchik has. Who's at 76, I beg your pardon, who's at 85. No, you are right, I beg your pardon. I was looking at Isaiah Johnson's numbers, 85%. Knocks the first one down.
Pretty much all the guys we got out there are good free throw shooters, so there's not a lot of guys to pick if you're looking for somebody with a low percentage.
Ronchik hits them both. He's got 12. Buffs that they've done many times this season. Got 4 players in double digits. In fact, they've done that every game this season so far. Lob it inside, caught by Miller, falling out of bounds. Threw it behind his back blindly. It's intercepted by Hargress. Gives it to Johnson. Head fake. Defender goes by. Brings it back out. The foul called on Keon Kenzie.
That's a veteran decision right there by a freshman.
Didn't have an automatic bucket. Just pulled it back out. Yep, smart play.
Would have been a very difficult shot if he'd have taken it.
So Isaiah Johnson is at the free throw line where he's hit 9 of 9 for the foul line tonight. First one is up and good. 19 points.
He's helping his free throw percentage tonight.
Yes, he is. Isaiah's got 1 more coming. Knocked it down. He's got 20. Not his career high at 24 earlier this season. Buffs in control by 11. 30 seconds remaining. Henderson in the corner. Kenzie, left-handed 3, missed it. Isaiah Johnson's got the rebound. He's going to dribble on out. Gets it up to Ronchik. Tad Boyle puts the stop sign on, and are they going to foul? They're going to try. Ronchik tried to step through. Lost the dribble to the hands of Hargress. And that should do it right there. Well, it was an odd night tonight. There were no fans in the stands because of the crazy weather in the area, the safety concerns. But the Buffaloes create their own energy and also create their 10th win of the season, as with the 84-73 win, our very good Portland State Vikings team. Colorado improves to